The bald community needs supporters and needs somebody to stand up for all the balds in the world. Every single one of them. Balds are being neglected. Balds are being unfairly treated. Balds are being pushed down. And now it's time that the balds stand up and bald together.
Yes. Yes. So what are we going to do about it, Baldy?
It's the Parlor with Harris and Myles.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, here we are once again, and thank you once again. I know I keep thanking you for coming out and listening, but I'm just going to keep doing that because I am ever so grateful. And now we've got some new lights in the studio. We're bigger, better, and brighter. We're just brighter. And I have a very special guest, as usual. Now, this person right here is, of course, an actor here in LA, but he is the most maniacal motherfucker that I know out here in LA right now. So I love everyone to give a nice, warm welcome to actor in Los Angeles, Alex Wein. Yeah! What's up, buddy?
Bam, what's up? Good to see you, sir.
How are you, man?
I'm actually doing good. Very wonderful.
Yeah?
Very wonderful.
Well, get comfortable. Put those headsets on.
Wonderful. Get comfortable. Yes.
And
Do these things.
let's get into it. He'll figure it out one day.
I rode the short bus. Okay. Can you fix this for me, sir?
Okay, let's get these for you. There we go. Boom.
I just want to tell you.
There you go. Right there. Just like this. Right on right.
Left
on left. He got it. Ladies and gentlemen, Alex Wein.
I feel like it.
wanna-
Nice to meet you.
You want to pull that closer to you?
A little
There you go.
closer.
Get comfy.
Close. Are we supposed to hear something when we talk into this thing?
You don't hear it?
I don't hear anything.
Oh, you know why you don't hear it? Because look at Unplugged.
Oh!
Dude.
And how do you play?
It's a great start. Here we go. Turn your head.
I told you I rode the short bus.
Bam. Are we
Can
in?
I hear? Oh, wow.
We're in, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow. A new dimension we've discovered. We
Yep.
just transported.
You've discovered it. I've been here.
He's been here. Darn, it's like new to me.
Welcome to the show, man.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for your welcome. Thank you for inviting me on the show.
Yeah, absolutely. We really wanted to have you on. I think I need to adjust this for you real quick. Just stay there. We're going to figure this out for you because we need everyone to see your face, so hang on. This is how we do it. We do it live.
We do it live.
We do it live.
We do it.
No. Studio crew, stay there. I got this.
He's got it. He's got it.
We'll do this live right here.
Ooh. Oh, yeah.
Is that any better?
Closer. Perfect.
I feel like your face is...
My face. My
Alright,
beard
here we go.
needs to talk to you.
We're good. All right. So,
So
now that... Oh, boy, I got to adjust the hair.
the hair. Watch out for the hair.
So, while I'm, figuring myself out here, Alex, why don't you tell me a little bit about why it was here that you came to LA? Tell me how it all started.
Oh, started.
Because you're not from here, are you?
No, I'm from the East Coast. I'm originally from Jersey.
From
actually.
Jersey. You're not
But
the first Jersey guest I have on here.
Oh, nice.
Zia's from Jersey too. So tell me
Zia's
about
from
that.
Jersey.
How was that?
Well, actually, I grew up in Maryland. I was just born in Jersey, so I still have try to fake the Jersey creds. You know.
I don't know.
I'm from about 45 minutes from the city, from New York City. I still kind of feel like I have Jersey cred, but I think I'm kind of faking it at the same time. 'Cause
Okay.
I only lived there for 4 or 5 years.
What's Jersey cred?
I don't know. I tell people I'm from Jersey, but I only lived there for first 4 years of my life. Does that count? Am I Jersey? I don't know.
I don't know. We'd have to ask Jersey, but
Because ask Jersey. Ask my aunt.
you walked into the green room in the studio with your Bible, yet you left it right there.
I
Now,
can see it.
I want to ask you. You can see it.
I can see it.
Let me ask you why you always carry around a Bible with you?
Because we live in a spiritual place. So because of that, I keep that with me so I can actually battle these spiritual wickedness in high places.
And I notice you have a battle weapon as well, a sword, a golden
Sword,
sword,
a
if you
golden
will,
sword,
to
yeah.
fight the demon spirits.
Yeah, I carry a cross with me
Oh,
wherever I go.
goodness.
Yeah, I
Look at the
carry
hilt
a-
on that thing.
Yeah.
Do you sharpen it?
Sometimes this part's sharp. Sometimes I use it to open packages that I can't open.
Ah,
It's actually very helpful with opening
envelope opener.
envelopes because this part's kind of sharp. I can open if
Thank
have a
you,
pack-
Jesus.
Thank you, Jesus, for opening my package of food. I couldn't get the bag of chips open, so I just take this part and it opens the bag
Hold
of
on.
chips.
You couldn't get a bag of chips open?
Wha-
What are you, SpongeBob?
Okay, so old school chips, bam, done, or peel.
Okay.
But, these chips nowadays,
Yeah.
some of the foil is kind of tough. It's a lot tougher than it used to be. They used to have the same foil, but now these new age chips, you know what I'm saying? They got these chips like what are they? The more natural organic chips, and sometimes I just can't open the package. So I have to cut it open, and I use a cross, and Jesus helps me open the package of chips.
Love it. I love it. So is that the only spiritual weapons you have on you at all times? The Bible and your sword of Christ?
As far as that's concerned, yeah. I mean,
What about as far as other things are concerned?
I know scriptures of the mind, the power of the mind. We gotta. That's the main thing is that our thoughts and our words and our actions all are creating the world that we're in. It's both affecting our own lives and other people's lives as well. Your words are a weapon, you could say.
Of course.
Because your words, the tongue is a thing that can heal, uplift, or it can destroy.
I have healed a lot of women with my tongue. That's not what you meant?
Could have been. I mean, if that was the case, if you healed them, hey, cool, good.
Well, moving on. So you were telling me about coming to Los Angeles as an actor.
Yes, sir. Coming to Los Angeles as an actor. Well, I went to school for acting at a little community college on East Coast, and I was there for a couple semesters, and I dabbled in mixed martial arts as well, and I was always working the 9 to 5. I was always trapped in the 9 to 5, but my dreams never came true. I was like, what am I doing here? So one day, I just quit the job I had, and then...
I know that story.
Yep.
I lived that one.
I didn't even give him 2 weeks' notice. I know this sounds bad. You're not supposed to do that, but I couldn't. I was now or never. And then I decided to move to Los Angeles. And one day I went and I got another job first, a part-time, so I had more time to myself. And then one day I was like, if I don't go here now, it's never gonna happen. So I went to the computer. The day before, I wasn't planning on moving to Los Angeles. I had no idea, but I just went to the computer, bought the ticket, and then I had just enough money to buy the ticket. And
So
have
you
like
just
$100
woke up and you were like, fuck it. I'm
Yeah.
buying a ticket.
Leap of faith. I just went to the
Love it.
computer, bought the ticket, and I was like, okay. And it was for the next day, so I had less than 24 hours.
And you had no place to live.
Well, I knew one or two people who lived
Oh,
out
you
here.
knew one or
but
two people.
I knew if I didn't buy it then, I would make some excuse like, I got to save up $1,000 or
Dude.
$2,000, and then you have to have a cushion when you go over there. And every time I did that,
That's self-awareness. Every time I tried to do that too, it wasn't happening.
yeah, it didn't because we put too much effort. It's like, okay, so you start saving up, and then by the time you get there, you already forgotten and your interests have changed.
I don't know about that, but maybe different
For me,
paths. But
different
yeah,
path, yeah.
I just could never focus on yeah. But yeah, dude, I mean, you took the leap of faith. You fucking did it. You do what so many other creative people dream about doing, and that's coming to Los Angeles to pursue your dream, man. And that's
I did whatever it took.
that's what it takes.
And then,
Whatever.
yeah.
And that's the type of shit we like. Good for you, man. So, soon as you moved out here, how long was it before you landed your first gig?
It took like a year and a half before I actually had like a short year. Okay, I moved out here about a year and a few months. I was in an improv group.
Move a little closer.
Move a little closer.
There you go.
Yeah, I was in an improv group within a little over a year, but I learned the city a little more. I read somewhere you should learn the city. If you're moving to LA, you should try to learn the city and get situated. I I was in an improv group within a year, and then I started producing some music, and I put out an album, a hip hop album. I sing on it, and the other guy's the rap artist on it.
Okay.
And we put it out. It was about 4 years ago. So yeah.
What's your rap name called? What's your rap name?
Okay, so then it was called The Most Glorified.
That's your
That was
individual rap name?
That's the name I used, is under The Most Glorified.
And what about the rap group?
The rap group, it was called Collab Hollywood.
Okay.
Collab Hollywood.
And you guys still together? What happened there?
I saw him a few months ago. We made after we made the album, we started performing at places, and then he started working on his own show, his own gigs and stuff, and he's like, you need to put out your solo stuff, which is true. And then we kind of parted ways a little bit. COVID hit, and then we couldn't perform live anymore, and then he started working on his own solo stuff, and I was working on whatever I was working on.
Okay. Yeah. Well, and then so that was a year and a half before you had your first gig?
It was a little over a year before I was in an improv group. After it was like a year and a couple months, then I was in an improv group, and then I was in a short. I found like a short film starred in.
That's a long time. I got to give it to you, bro. That's a long time to be out there hustling, to just keep at it. So how many no's do you think you got before you got that first yes?
Well, the interesting thing was I used a little different method. I didn't actually go on any auditions or anything. I just searched until I found what was right for you. Yeah, I found the improv group, and I didn't even have to audition. They just let me in. They just let me join. And then when I was in the improv group, I would go to practices every week. In one practice, this girl knocks on the door and walks in, and she's like, "Hey, we're filming a short film." And then I auditioned for her, and then.
So that was officially your first audition then?
Yeah, except for auditions I did on the East Coast, because I went to school for acting.
Of course.
Yeah,
I meant here.
That was my first audition.
Interesting.
Essentially.
And it all happens just knowing people, networking. That's how it all works, man.
Yeah. It was through networking. I didn't audition for anything. I didn't use any casting websites. I didn't have an agent or anything. I just what you said. I networked.
I love that.
Yeah,
that's cool. That's how it happens.
Yeah. So I highly recommend networking, and yeah, it was fun.
So you were with another improv group other than Modern Society.
Yes. Well, this improv group, we didn't tape. It was a typical improv group performing live in front of audiences and stuff like that. Yeah.
So it wasn't being filmed.
It wasn't being filmed.
Gotcha.
And it was just a live improv group, and then the short film was filmed.
And how long did that live improv group go on for?
I was in it for a year, close to a year.
You guys did it for a year.
Yeah, it was going on, and then I found them, and they just let me join them, and then we practiced every Monday, and then I think it was like about less than a year, and then I was it ended because when COVID hit, it ended.
COVID fucked everything.
Yeah, COVID messed everybody up.
You didn't say fuck.
Fuck.
Well, I was gonna say I thought you didn't swear either.
I said sorry. I repent.
Okay. So, after COVID hit, what were you left really doing then?
After COVID hit, I was looking for, what was I doing? Using my imagination to...
play with your friends?
Yeah. I was in my imagination a lot. Using that imaginative faculty.
Yeah, what kind of stuff?
To keep myself busy, you know.
What kind of imaginative things were you creating or generating?
I was practicing my craft a lot. There was a lot of on the East Coast. I saw a lot of shows. There was a lot of people I was into. I worked on a lot of impressions and.
What's the nastiest fucking thing you've ever eaten? Like as a dare or just like fucking anything?
Oh man.
I ate a cut off dick.
From an animal or
nope?
From a human?
I cut my neighbor's dick off and I ate it.
You did that? Is he okay with it? Were you doing him a favor?
Yes, because he transitioned.
He transitioned. He gave you the penis.
No, he let me cut it off.
He gave you the honor of cutting it off, and
then I ate it.
And then your training. The training involved.
So what's the nastiest thing you've ever eaten?
The nastiest thing I ever ate was, oh my goodness, I'm trying to think. God, this is a tough thing. Ants. An ant. That was it. When I was a kid, everybody said, "Oh, those ants are sweet ants." That's as if I didn't know what it meant. Like, is there some? Now I look back, I'm like, is there a species called sweet ants? They're called sweet ants. So one time, oh, they're sweet. Well, when you're 4 years old, all you think about is getting candy. Is candy and sweets. That's all you care about.
So you were dared
Sweet
to eat
ant.
sweet ants?
Nobody dared me. I was by myself one time, and it's a sweet ant. So I picked it up and I put it in my mouth and chewed it. And for some reason, I recall it being sweet.
So it was rightfully named.
Yeah, I don't know if that it was perfectly rightfully named, and I think that the ant must have loaded up on sugar or something. Because I've never eaten ants before.
Maybe it's shit in your mouth.
Maybe
and
that.
It was sweet.
Oh God. Oh.
So that's a pretty gross story. Thanks for sharing.
Yeah, I ate ants, and then one time I ate cocoa, but it was actually dirt. I was at the what's it called?
Thanks for sharing that, Alex.
Yeah.
I actually I have a list of things I wanted to ask you and talk about.
Sure.
I always have a list, a little easy list prepared for my guests that I'd like to discuss. Oh, I did want to talk about a couple things that are happening. You know the comedian Nick Swardson?
Yes, I do.
Dude, he had a show. I think it was in. I forgot what part of the.
He had a stroke?
He had a show.
Oh, a show. Okay.
And he got escorted off stage because he was so fucked up off of drugs and alcohol. He blamed it on the altitude and the drinking. He was so fucked up. He was trying to get a Jason Statham impression out on stage, and he just wasn't doing it. He was like, "So Jason Statham, just listen to me. So Jason Statham," he just kept repeating it. It was so fucking weird. They shut the spotlight off on him. They shut his mic off. Minute later, some dude came out. They escorted him off. He was he got booed off. Then the manager of the auditorium came out, apologized, refunded everybody at the show. He just got really fucked up before his show, and he just couldn't handle his liquor or his alcohol, whatever he was fucked up.
Poor Nick Swardson.
Poor Nick Swardson.
Poor Nick Swardson.
Maybe.
I don't know. You want to hear my impression of Jason Statham?
You have an impression of Jason Statham?
Yeah, I just got this out of the dry cleaners last night.
Does he whisper like that?
Sometimes.
That's a little more raspy. I can't do it. I don't claim to do it.
We can do British.
We do what?
We can do British. You go to Cockney, or you can do standard British.
You got the Cockney pretty good.
Cockney.
Yeah, it's a little more of that grass under it, right? That Cockney fuck. That's the Cockney.
I learned in my dialects class that you always start with the physicality first. So with Cockney, it's the mouth. See, if I was speaking above the goalpost, standard British, a little more class involved.
Yeah,
You
a
want
little
to
more
speak above the goalpost.
You know who you sound like?
Who?
You sound like Michael York.
Michael York.
You know who that is?
Yes, of course, the actor. He was in Taming of the Shrew.
As well as Austin Powers.
Austin Powers. Yes, Basil Exposition.
Yes.
That's his name.
Yes, there we go. Basil.
Yes, Basil.
Yeah, you got some pretty good accents. What else you got?
Thank you. Oh, what was the other?
You got like an...
just a little... You got a little more breath under the tongue.
Is that Irish?
Irish.
Is that
thank
Irish?
You, you got to have a little more breath.
What about Scottish, lassie? Scottish is a bit more of a crack behind it, you know? But not much of a Jew, but more of a Scottish.
Scottish.
And then you got fucking Australian, they fucking talk like this, mate. You fucking understand me? Put fucking shrimp on the barbie, mate. Fuck off. You fucking kangaroo motherfucker. Go suck on a fucking desert. That's how they fucking talk. Right? I don't know, dude. What else you got?
What are the accents you do? You heard me talking in Jersey before. France? No. No.
Can you speak with a French accent? Speak American with a French accent?
American with a French accent. Oui, monsieur.
What about Canadian? Oh yeah, if you're Canadian, talk like this, yeah.
Yeah.
They got a bit of a
Yeah.
crescendo at the top of their
Yeah.
sentences, yeah.
Yeah.
It goes a little bit of a yeah,
Yeah.
you know, yeah.
You know.
It's a wee bit like Minnesota too, but with a little more of a huh behind it, you know. Yeah, nah, that was a little too much.
Do you have Scottish in you?
I did Scottish a second ago, didn't I?
I mean, do you have like actual Scottish?
no, I don't have any of these. I'm fucking Cuban and Jewish, dude.
Jewish.
I'm a fucking Cuban.
You're a Cuban?
Yeah.
Wow, that's cool.
Who celebrates Christmas?
That's interesting because I'm Jewish. My dad's side of the family.
You carry around a cross, motherfucker.
I do. But listen,
Don't tell me you're Jewish. You
I-
almost burned me with that shit.
I'm not joking, but my father's side is Jewish. All Jews. They all had bar mitzvahs and stuff. My mother raised me in the church, but we celebrate Jewish high holidays with my dad's side.
You know
of
what
the
you
family.
got? You got the Jewish hair. That's what it is.
Interesting.
I did
Yeah.
too, but I haven't lost mine.
Cuban Jews. I'm wondering how Cuban Jewish food, like if you splice them together, because Cuban food's really good.
And Jewish food is really, really, really.
Can be good.
I didn't say that. I said it was really, really, really.
So I like Jewish food. There's a time and a place for everything. So sometimes I like Jewish food. I'm like, wow, this food is good and holy. And if it's kosher, that's good too, I guess.
The food is
But-
good and
but-
holy.
Good and holy at times.
You sound
but-
Jewish right there. Good and holy at
Good and
times.
holy
Can you
at
do
times.
you do it? You
the
had it there
Jew-
for a second.
I don't. But it's not a race. So
Do you eat matzah?
Matzah.
Do you get bar
I have-
mitzvah and you
I-
eat your matzah?
I have a canister of matzah flour.
Oh yeah, you got a canister of matzah flour.
Canister matzah
Yeah,
flour.
what is it?
I
What do you
have
got in there? You
it's
got
on my shelf. I've been eating it because I've been too lazy to cook sometimes. And
to cook. Yeah,
I
what do you
need
got in there? Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing
I
anymore.
need some sort of carbohydrates, because to balance out the protein and carbs. So sometimes I just take the matzah flour and dump it in my mouth, and then throw some water in it and swallow. And but sometimes it's really dry, so I get a little cough. Yeah, I'm not even joking. Like I actually do that stuff. I actually do eat the matzah flour, and I do have a canister still left.
It's pretty good though, is it?
Yeah, it can be good.
Or else, why else would you eat it?
Well, it's unbleached. It's not it hasn't been bleached, so it has all the nutrients still inside of it. So if you bleach it and make it like white bread, it doesn't have any nutrients left. There's no fiber in it.
Why are you talking like you know how to make bread? You know how to make bread?
I was big into nutrition for years and years.
That explains it. I know nothing about what you're saying.
Yeah,
Continue.
bleached. So you know how there's like whole grain bread, and then there's the regular white bread that we used to eat.
Love white bread. I know it's not good for you. Love me some Wonder Bread. Wonder Bread does not sponsor this podcast.
Yeah, that stuff been bleached, man. If you eat that stuff, it's like eating simple sugar. That's what they say. I mean, sometimes it's okay.
I used to drink like 4 or 5 Coca-Colas a day, every day. I just stopped that like last week. I'm on Zevia now. Joe Rogan says Zevia's good. I looked it up. He ain't lying. Zevia's fucking good. So if you're drinking Coca-Cola like me, go to fucking Zevia. 0 everything. 38 grams of caffeine. That's it.
I think he actually is advertising for Zevia.
Zevia does not sponsor this podcast.
So Zevia, is this sweetened with stevia? Is it a cola sweetened with stevia?
It is, and stevia is completely all natural.
All natural. Have you eaten a stevia leaf before?
I bet you have.
Yeah, I found a stevia plant. I was like, oh, it's a stevia plant. I guess I'll taste it.
Oh, it's a stevia. It's a
I just
stevia
put
plant.
it's amazing how sweet it is. It's like they just picked a little leaf off and it's sweet.
Like a mint.
Like a mint, but very sweet.
That's
very
lovely. I'm glad you got to experience that, Alex.
sweet. Yes. thank
Let me go back to my list.
Go back to the list. Yeah, I think I had a list too, but you're the host, so I'm not gonna.
we can talk. We can go over your list if you want. But I do want to
actually
bring up
just
one more
started.
thing before we jump into your list. And then we can go into yours.
Oh,
Seriously,
please,
this
go
was
ahead.
really heavy heart. Akira Toriyama passed away this last week.
Akira Toriyama.
Yeah, you know who that is?
I actually don't. I'm sorry.
No worries. Wonderful artist, but he created Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball.
The Dragon Ball Z creators.
Did the artwork for Dragon Quest, all the video games, the artwork for this anime, all that. He creates mangas. I mean, Akira Toriyama was like, he's a legend. He created Dragon Ball Z. I mean, come on. Can't get any more legendary than that shit.
Well, if we can find a Dragon Ball, we can bring him back to life.
That's really clever.
Yes.
I like that.
Yes. We can bring him back to life. We just need to find a Dragon Ball. And if anybody doesn't
We
know
need to find 7.
7 of them? How does it work? I just saw like
See, with that kind of comment, you would think that you know how it works. That's a pretty good comment.
I thought you just need 1 Dragon Ball. And
You
then
need
can-
7.
You need 7.
And they're actually, you need a Namek to watch over the planet that the Dragon Balls exist in, or else the dragon wouldn't exist because they're Namekian Dragon Balls to begin with. But that's for my nerds out there. But yeah, you need 7 Dragon Balls, and you have 3 wishes,
3 wishes.
and you can't wish for more wishes. And you also can only bring people back from the dead twice.
Twice. Where do you
So if they die a 3rd time, you're done.
They're done.
You're going to see King Kai and King Yama.
King Yama.
King Yema, excuse me. Anyway, Akira Toriyama, rest in peace, my friend.
Rest
You
in
have
peace.
given us so much, and I cannot thank you enough. You have inspired me and so many people like me to just create something that we truly love with all of our heart and to follow our passions in our heart. Thank you, Akira Toriyama.
Yes.
Anyway,
I
now
have
we can go
just
over your list.
achieved full power.
Super Saiyan.
Yes. Super Saiyan.
What was your list? You got a list for me?
Uh,
I'm very excited to hear it, Alex. Very.
Let's see what we got here.
I love hearing when individuals have thoughts of their own. I love it.
Oh, actually, we talked a little bit about what I was talking about. But here, I got,
Oh yeah, you had something for me. You said you wanted to.
yeah. This is just jokes and stuff. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you got jokes.
Kind of jokes.
Oh yeah, you want to do some testing on here and deliver them, and you want to test out some jokes.
I
You
was
could
like,
test out jokes on here. I don't
Have you
give a
ever
fuck.
heard of Bollywood? I was like,
I was in a Bollywood film.
you were in a Bollywood.
I was. It's called Dostana. It's the Indian version of I Now Pronounce You Chuck and Larry.
Wow, that's interesting. I want to know. Is it funny?
Yeah, it's a comedy
It's a comedy.
starring John Abraham.
Now, did you have to go to India or was it here in
It was in Miami Beach.
Miami Beach? Interesting.
So yeah, I know Bollywood. Continue with
Bollywood.
yours.
Oh, well, I was trying to figure out what the Asian version of Bollywood would be. So I came up with
It's Hollywood.
it's Hollywood.
So I fucked up your joke. I'm sorry.
That's all right. You know what? You can't fuck up the joke. It's just I don't know.
I won't interject anymore. Go ahead.
I was talking about when I was a kid. Did you like horror movies when you were a kid?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I loved horror movies, but they always scared the crap out of me. But it came to a point when I grew up that I no longer feared death. So I was like, what kind of horror movies would scare me now? And it's like Jason crashes the stock market.
As an adult.
Yeah,
100%.
As an adult, it's like you're not scared of dying anymore. So it's like a Nightmare on Elm Street because the housing market collapsed.
Mm.
Yeah, a slasher film where they slash your 401k.
Mm.
That's adult horror movies. Yeah, real ones.
Senior horror movies for that one.
Senior horror movies. Excuse me.
Yeah, that was a senior.
Older adults.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe a little more workshopping on that one. The delivery on that one.
Oh yeah. I haven't. I
Funny
honestly,
concept though.
I just wrote those down. I used to do stand up.
Could be a funny concept.
And I would work out all the jokes and use them and mold them and form them.
Of course.
So I just took some. I haven't done stand up in years. So
What
I just
else
took
you got?
some notes. I just thought it was. Wouldn't it be funny if few people talked about funerals like it was a party? Like, oh man, did you go to John's funeral last night? That shit was lit.
Well, what's stopping us from actually making funerals lit as fuck, actually?
Wow, that's interesting.
Right?
Yeah. That would
Why
be-
do you have to celebrate someone's death with, like, sadness? Why can't you celebrate it with happiness?
I think one of the what was it? What's that group? Monty Python. I can't remember which Monty Python character. I think it was him. One of them died or something, and he made.
I think they all died.
They all. I think a few of them are still alive. Maybe they
Really?
were brought back to life. Maybe they
Using the Dragon Balls.
using the Dragon Ball 7. One of the men involved died or something. He said he didn't want people crying at his funeral and sad. He wanted them celebrating and stuff. I think he had a video or something of him telling jokes at the funeral or something.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah.
He prepared like a death stand-up routine. That's
Yeah,
pretty
something like that.
morbid but wild.
Like,
Can you
if you're
imagine
watching
creating
this
that
now,
routine?
I'm dead.
Can you imagine like writing down your routine, knowing it's only going to be aired once you're gone? Like that shit is fucking trippy.
Yeah.
I don't know. Have you written a will yet? I
Uh,
haven't gotten to a will
I
yet.
haven't done that yet. No.
See, that's going to be fucking mind-boggling. Like writing your will,
Yeah.
like writing a document that can only be accessed once you're dead, and they have to follow the rules on it.
I
That's
think
fucking crazy to
they
me.
should do like a thing, like a joke thing, a prank thing, like a show. It's called "I'm Taking You Out of My Will," and they have like people's parents, and they go up to like rich parents.
Yeah, it has
going
to be
up
like
their
really
kid.
rich, entitled people.
Entitled people, and the parent has to. They get them on camera, and they don't know that they're on camera, and they say, "I'm taking you out of my will," and then you just watch
And
the
that's the
reaction.
show.
That's the show.
That's
and
the
you
show.
watch the reaction, of
And
different
that's it.
people.
And they just do it to like 100 different people each
100
episode.
different people and show what happened. It's called "Taking You Out of My Will," and then you
Oh,
watch.
that's what it's
people-
called?
Yeah, and then
Catchy name.
and then you they question why are you taking me out of your you know, it's a joke show. You just call them "Taking You Out of My Will." Yeah.
Love it. It's a shock.
Yeah, it's a show. Yeah, a show joke. Show. Yeah.
Do you watch reality TV?
I have in the past. I haven't watched it in years.
Why?
I just don't. I just haven't watched it. In a long time. Oh wait, what was the last thing I watched? Like the shows, Man versus Wild. One of the shows a few years ago where they drop people off in the middle of nowhere. In
Okay.
Amazon.
You're not
And
into
then-
those. You're not into the romance ones. You're into like the wild and like the challenges.
I've seen the romance ones. I've seen like where they hook two people up or something like that. I've seen that.
like Love Island, Bachelor.
The Bachelor. I watched a little bit of it sometimes. Kinda.
Too
I
hot
actually
to
don't watch.
handle.
Honestly, I don't watch a lot of TV. You know, I use my phone for everything. I haven't watched TV. It's been a little while.
Well, we got Big Bang Theory on in the green room.
Wow, that's awesome. Yeah, that's funny. I've seen a few episodes of that.
We usually have Curb Your Enthusiasm on in the green room. We
Okay,
usually do.
There's something right there.
Yeah, I mean, look,
Yeah.
modern society is pretty much molded closely to that. But the movie we're working on that we're in production for, I broke down the components for it, and I used those principles, and I created a feature film through it, through an idea we had, and I wrote it in a day.
Wow.
It was fun. Unconventional script, though. Not even, normally scripts, if there's a 90-minute movie, it's around 90 pages. 28 pages, dude. So weird. It's only got locations, action lines, some character development, story beats, plot progression. That's all you need. The rest's improv, baby.
Improv from the soul, from the heart.
Like Curb Your Enthusiasm.
So you mean that show is all improv?
It is. You didn't know that?
I didn't know.
That's common knowledge, my friend.
Wow. I did watch multiple seasons of it.
Curb Your Enthusiasm is
Enthusiasm
an
is pretty funny.
improvised show. There was no script. There's only locations, scenes, story progression, and like maybe one or two lines of dialogue that a character needs to say in order to progress the plot.
To get the ball rolling.
Everything else is all bullshit. They fuck around with. It's fun. I love that.
That's pretty cool.
So I decided, hey, we're gonna make a movie like that, and we're doing it.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm really excited. We start shooting in a couple months. Really fucking excited. A few months.
I'm excited for you. You're shooting an EMF. Excuse me. I'm sorry.
ENF.
ENF. Excuse me.
An ENF production, baby.
ENF production.
That's all right.
Feature. This is gonna be big. Okay. You know how big this is gonna be? It's gonna be so big. It's gonna brighten anybody who watches the film's life. That's how big it is. Okay?
Yeah, it'll make you feel like the way you feel when you watch Curb, kinda. Funny, lighthearted, funny. Don't think about it too hard. Yeah. I'm excited about
Let me
it.
ask you.
Yeah, ask me.
ENF. How old is ENF, and when? What was your motivation behind ENF?
ENF Productions was conceived and established in 2020.
2020.
Yeah.
Nice. 4 years old today.
4 years old in July.
In July.
Come July, it'll be 4 years. And then the reason behind it was I'm an actor, and I started expanding my realm of interest, and I realized that I found a lot of interest not only in acting, but in writing, producing, and I've been fighting it up until recently, but directing as well. So,
You've been fighting being a director?
correct. I've only come to terms with it recently because I'm going to be directing this feature that we're working on. So, with that being said, ENF came about because I was an actor who wanted to not only work on things that I liked and make work for myself, but I wanted to provide work to others as well and build a community of filmmakers and creatives that truly prioritize their passion for the creativity and the art over making money. And you know, everything behind ENF is all about truly following your heart and making the projects that you truly find passion in and love. So we don't work on anything here, and we don't work with anybody that doesn't find passion in the project they're working on. I've had many conversations with people that it just wouldn't work out because I don't feel that heat radiating off of them. I don't feel that passion that they really love the project that much. They were more in it for the money, and so that's not the route we go, because when you care about the money, the quality for the project takes a deep dive, and that's why. Yeah, and that's why we're doing what we're doing, man. We're really trying to secure and raise the bar, raise the standard again, but secure the future of entertainment for not only the present, but for tomorrow as well, by creating this community of talented and passionate filmmakers that really care about the work. So that is why I started ENF. We have so many plans. Other than the feature films we have coming up, there's so much in the work, dude. I'm so excited to just really make waves, man, and really just connect the people together and bring back quality again.
So I appreciate this man, what he's doing, and I appreciate it because I know I've struggled very hard for years to get this acting thing going at all the areas, and I know how hard it is to be successful. When you look at successful and you haven't taken a first step, you think it's going to be easy. But when you actually make these leaps, it's actually there's a struggle involved, and I appreciate that he has his ball rolling and he continues to push it, and he's gonna, and I can tell he's not writing people off because for their passion or whatever. He's very accepting of a lot of people, and I like the pop initiative. Somebody comes to you about I bring this up because I meet people who are the first thing they ask me, or I'll be like, I had an actor friend and I would go out to auditions with him, and I would call him up and invite him to the audition, and then he would meet somebody and they'd be like, "Oh, I'm making films. You want to join?" First thing he would say is it paid? And I was like, oh, I couldn't believe not a thing to ask at first. I remember in school they said when you're when you applying for a job or interview, don't ask how much they pay. Just don't do it. So I took that seriously. And
I understand, everybody's got to eat, but there's also a way to prioritize how you speak and present yourself. So as long as you're conscientious of other people and how they'll react to the things you say, you can still only care about the money, but just don't show other people that. But as long as you can actually back it up with true passion, if you can care about the money, but you got to be passionate. And if you don't have that passion, if you lack that passion, I'm not working with you. And that's what I look for. I want to help everybody that truly wants it and truly has that passion. And I'm trying to build that, again, secure that community of nothing but the most passionate, talented people.
Are you passionate? Are you talented?
I just love helping other people. I love doing things. I love being part and spearheading something that is bigger than myself. Because the feeling I get, I wish that when I was acting, dude, like a decade ago before I started all this, I wish that I had somebody that was out there who was also an actor and also thought like an entrepreneur in a production company, but also thought like an actor. And that's where I decided that I needed to step up as that person. an actor who also thinks like someone who owns a production company, who also thinks like a producer, who also thinks like a director, but also wants to help the community. So it's like actors just want to work and do what they want to do. So if I create that work, I get to do what I want to do, and I get to help others. That's the best thing in the world. Fuck yeah, dude! You know?
Absolutely.
So that's the type of shit I'm on, bro. That's the type of shit we represent here at ENF. The Parlor, that's a whole nother fucking story. We're here to fuck around, provide entertainment, connect with the audience, connect with each other. The Parlor's here to shit talk and not take too much seriously. But drop a few pearls of wisdom at the same time, like we just did a little while ago. You feels, Alex Wein.
I feels,
I know the viewers feel because they're still here sticking around. So, did you have other things you wanted to bring up,
Other things I wanted to bring up.
like on your notes? Or I thought you had a bunch of stuff written down there. And if not, hey, it's all good. Because I had some stuff too. But
Oh, you can bring up anything.
well, do you have anything else? Because if you don't, I gotta ask you something.
Yes, please ask.
I have one thing. I have a qualm, and I think you might be the good person for this.
Qualm.
Let's talk about a certain community.
I'm listening. In this community.
There's a community of individuals that don't have the backing that they need. In a world of groups, cultural differences, and identities, I feel like being bald is such a neglected group. The bald community doesn't have a leader or a spokesperson. And Alex, I think you just might be the best person for this job. Do you think you could be a spokesperson on behalf of the bald community?
On behalf of the bald community. Well, first off, I don't speak for all the balds, okay?
Oh, they're called balds.
The
There's a term for them.
Yes, they're called balds.
Excuse me. I didn't mean to call you bald people. I meant to just now I know to call you balds.
And then there's the balds who are in denial. I'm not bald.
Hence being in denial. And what are the other types?
Well, the other types are, do they shine their head with turtle wax, or is it natural? The shine.
Is that a question, or were you just...
I don't know. Is he a turtle wax bald, or is he natural oily shine?
What I'm
bald?
asking you is, do you think you could take on the responsibility of being the spokesperson for the
wow.
bald community worldwide, Alex?
Of
I mean,
course.
they need someone. They don't have anybody. They have no support. They have nothing. The bald community needs supporters.
The bald community needs supporters and needs somebody to stand up for all the balds in the world. Every single one of them. Balds are being neglected. Balds are being unfairly treated. Balds are being pushed down. And now it's time that the balds stand up and bald together.
Yes. Yes. So what are we going to do about it, Baldy? Oh, I didn't mean to make you cry. I'm sorry. What are we going to do about it, sir?
Well, sir, first off, we have to form the Bald Collective. When we form the Bald Collective, because nobody accomplishes anything on their own. So once we get a group together.
I beg to differ.
He begs to differ. Well, you can get a lot done. What do you beg to differ? I'm listening.
We can move on.
I'm listening.
So, what about the bald community?
What about the bald community?
What can we do for them?
What can we do
For you, my friend?
unless we can?
You're suffering, and so many like you are suffering from sunburns and freezing and jokes, and there's just so much. How do we help you?
Buy us a hat. We'll be good.
Deal.
Get us a new hat. We'll put it on. Bam. We don't care.
Deal.
Bald people don't care. I don't care, at least. I don't have time to worry about being bald. That's the truth. The truth is, I don't have time to worry about being bald. I don't have time to worry. I used to worry that the hair's gone now. I used to worry, oh my God, is my hair falling out? Oh my God, is my hair falling out? I used to worry about it, and then the temples started going back further and further and further.
And now, what you do is when you want to see hair on your head, you take a picture of your face and you turn the phone upside down.
Take a picture.
Because you have a big beard.
Oh,
Yeah.
So I guess that could work. I guess my chin here.
So, you came to terms with it. What I did was I saw that it was starting to happen. I got a receding hairline here. So I said, I'm going to grow this bitch out until it falls the fuck out. I'm going to grow this shit down to my dick. And then I'm going to do like a little dick wrap, like Borat did with that bikini. It's going to look just like that.
I actually used to make this formula out of all natural ingredients, and I would rub it on my scalp. It had stuff like cayenne powder in it, fenugreek seeds, and I would just and a bunch of different oils, and I'd scrub it into my scalp, and then I'd sleep with it. And what it would do is increase the circulation into my scalp. And this was when I was bald.
Is that what caused all your hair to fall out?
That was that was when I was balding. I did it. It actually slowed the process and thickened my hair a lot. Yeah,
your chin hair.
No, the hair on my head.
You don't have any hair on your
head. I know
head.
now I don't, but then I did. But I stopped doing it.
And then no hair fall out.
And I hair fall out.
Dude, why? Why? Why'd you stop?
Because I don't know. I got lazy, man. It's hard making this stuff. You gotta make it.
It's easier to just go bald than do something about it, right?
Yeah, some people put a lot of effort into keeping their hair. Some people get Rogaine. Some people put all sorts of stuff. I used to buy supplements to try and stop it. I used to buy, what's it called? Shampoos that were specially formulated to stop.
Avocor. Rogaine, Avocor. There's so much shit out there.
I never used
Hims.
Rogaine or Propecia or anything. I never used anything like any of that stuff. But I did use the all natural stuff, and the stuff did kind of slow it down. But the real issue was I think I cared too much.
You stressed about your hair falling out so much that your hair fell out.
I wouldn't be surprised if that happened. I remember there's a song a few years ago, like 20 years ago, where it was like talking about, it was just on the radio, but it was just some guy saying facts to some music. And one of the lines that he said, and it played on all the radio stations all over the country. And one of the lines it said was, "Don't worry about your hair, or else someday you won't have it." And when I heard him say that,
That sounds like something Baz Luhrmann would say.
Baz Luhrmann would say that. That's interesting.
You know that song Sunscreen that he has?
Sunscreen. Oh no, I didn't.
That sounds like a line from that song Sunscreen.
Is that from one of his movies?
I wouldn't call it a song. It's just a monologue of him giving wise information to younger people.
Wisdom.
It's called Sunscreen. That's what it's called.
Sunscreen.
Yeah. Baz Luhrmann's Sunscreen.
Baz
Look it up.
Luhrmann's- yeah,
Very
look it up.
wise. If you're a young person, listen to it.
Did you see Elvis?
The movie?
Yeah.
No.
I didn't see it either.
I'm afraid to watch movies nowadays.
You are?
Yeah. That's why I watch reality TV and old shows.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Is
Until
it-
I,
But your own movies are good.
of course, I'm very particular.
Very particular.
I've been let down too many times the last decade.
And
My heart
movies
hurts too
influence
much.
us. You know, what we watch in the movies is actually like food for our brains. So you start watching the movies and you start becoming like the movies.
Well, I got to tell you, I'm hungrier than a motherfucker. So with that being said, get the fuck out
Oh, okay.
and don't let the door hit you on the way out.
All right. God bless y'all.